Kenny Green, raw perspective, concrete and steel, keeping it good and raw. I want to share something that's, actually currently going on. I have a homie, right? Hustled hard, worked the job for, I think it was 28 years. And he left, he accumulated some things in life, real estate and different things. And he passed away earlier this year. So since I'm close to the family, conversations are surfacing, right? He had 2 kids, boy and a girl. Some of the real estate has debt, and the kids are feeling like we didn't sign up for that. We don't want to be responsible for dad's problems. Dad's problems, not dad assets, but dad's problems, right? So I kind of like had to have a little conversation, maybe an intervention, and explain to them, these are assets, not problems. But some people don't want to pay bills. They deal with their children and they accumulate things and they do things, and they don't understand the parent or the loved one is trying to build wealth to secure you from possibly being homeless, a slave, or whatever, able to fight in the battle in life. But you look at it as a problem because you wasn't schooled on what was trying to be done to further the family from certain demise, certain protections. You want protections around you. And sometimes in this society, we need money to protect ourselves with different things come up. So they're feeling like they just want to get rid of this stuff because they don't want to be responsible to pay. They don't want to be a landlord. They don't want to use their money and put towards that. And it's a conversation, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know if they're really getting the gist of it. We've been communicating back and forth. I just want to sell it. I don't want that. I want to live my life. Yeah, you are living your life. And I bring up this story because it's like, I watched this man sacrifice. I understood what part of his plan was for his children, for his family. And to see them not even respecting it, and probably not respecting it out of ignorance more than anything else. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes property and things we accumulate and pass down are very important, but they have to be schooled and people have to be educated on why you're doing what you're doing. Otherwise, it'll probably just be like, whatever. And then when they get to a certain point in life, they'll understand the value. But that property, that asset will be gone. And we know when you get rid of things or things happen, it's hard to get it back. So this is why sometimes conversations before you need to have them is necessary. Because like I said, I was under the assumption that these children would have thought different about it. So a lot of times we don't know what our children might do or think when that time's come. They might feel like, I don't want the responsibility of a house. I don't want to be a landlord and deal with tenants. So have a conversation. Understand who your children are. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a situation that now there's an issue. The mother is trying to make it understandable. The kids feel like we didn't want that for our life. He did that for his life. And that's somewhat of it could be like a disrespect, but man, I watched this man slave. I watched him sacrifice certain parts of his life for this handoff to the next level. And they're not even understanding or being able to make sense of what his work indeed was. And in this situation, part of the problem is the debt. The children do not want to be burdened with the debt. And we all know when debt is there, you are a slave to the lender. You are a slave to the lender when you owe debt. So taking on debt has to be a thought of how you're going to deal with it, pay it off, how you're going to, free yourself from it, because otherwise it can become a burden. And from talking to these young people, they're feeling like it's a burden. It's not that they probably not even appreciative. It's just that their numbers in their life can't match their dad numbers. and what they have, they don't want to put towards that. So it's difference of viewpoint, difference of opinion. And this is why conversations are always necessary. Don't assume that a person should see it your way. Hear what they have to say, and then you can come up with a solution and solve a problem. I want you guys to go to the comments on this one. Let's talk about it. There's many people probably going through this situation or gonna go through this situation, and us conversing about it will help. Concrete and steel.